Good morning, it's Tuesday and you know what that means? We are sewing this morning. Do you know what? I've been sewing up a storm all weekend. I've really, I don't know about you guys, I've always done a little bit of sewing. Well, I'm saying always, for the last couple of years, done a little bit of sewing, but this last, since we went into lockdown and I started covering, which is essentially what I'm doing, covering John Scott's show on a Tuesday, I've really been bitten by the bug to the point whereby this weekend we've just had the sewing machine going like Billy-O in our house this weekend. It's been fabulous. So I start really looking forward to the shows. And I don't know if you saw on my Facebook earlier, but I was busy last night getting everything ready for this show. I've got a fantastic show planned for you. We've got some colossal products and I've got some brilliant demonstrations. So I'm going to be showing you how to do your own little mini shopper tote, which is one of the ones that then rolls up. And I'm also going to show you, I've left it over there, my little bag that it goes into. So I'm going to be teaching you that. I'm going to be teaching everyone how to do these fabulous little tablet holders to hold your Kindle, or you could do it for your iPad, for example. This one from the magazine holds an iPad mini, but you could size it up once you've got the idea of how to do it to fit your bigger iPads if you want, or anything really. It's just a nice little cover. So that is something else I'm going to be showing you. We're going to be making our own little flowers. So we're going to be doing some felt flowers as well. Oh, I've got all sorts planned for you guys. Honestly, a fantastic show. One of my most exciting and favourite lineups that I've had for a sewing show since we started. Well, here's Joe. He's going to run you through some of the kind of top items from the show that we're really excited to have.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. I was going to say good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. It's morning wherever you are. We know where we are at this time of the morning. Yes, we have got an incredible show coming up for you today. I love that you said there, Sarah, it was one of the most best lineups you've had, because already stuff is selling out. You guys know what happens now on Softer Side of Life. You guys know that you need to get in early, and that is what you've done. The 6-piece fat quarter bundle I've got my box back. You ready? It's sold out and gone, and it will not be the only thing that sells out in this hour, I can assure you of that. The Tokyo Blue fat quarter bundle that we've got, 20% of a big stock of that one has already sold out and gone, and we are busy across the board. You guys are really shopping ahead this morning. Don't forget as well, it is our price blast event. It means that what we've done is we've given you the discounts we were going to give you, and then we have blasted a little bit more often. So you'll see.
Give me that sound effect again, Joe. That was amazing.
We've blasted a little bit more off them. So you can see we've got some sort of random obscure pricings because we're taking it as low as we can. What I would say is this is a perfect show for you to jump ahead on the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, because remember, whilst you're there, you can watch and shop at the same time, which is fantastic. If you want to chat away with us, I love a bit of chatter on a Tuesday morning, then you can join us over on Facebook. It's the Crafters TV Facebook page where I am monitoring the comments at the moment. Now, something else that we know is going to be incredibly busy is the clips. Now, these are, but they're just forever sold out. I can't believe we've managed to get them. I'll let you know that we don't have thousands in stock on the website at the moment, so you'll need to be quick for them. But it's a pack of 100 for £20. Now, I'm right in thinking that's 20 pence per clip is what you're looking at here with these. If you, I'll let Sarah tell you why these are so amazing, because I know you love these, don't you, Sarah?
Oh, they're fabulous, Joe. And I feel like I needed to build you up with a bun, with a drum roll for them. They may look small, however, they are very, very mighty, okay? So let me just show you. I'll get them on the close-up camera here. These are the quilting clips. So I use them instead of pins because I'm a bit lazy, Joe, right? So instead of having to pin everything, you just put your little quilting clips around the outside of everything. I feel really embarrassed every show that I'm using my quilting clips, and we get asked every show, when have you got the quilting clips? And we've been waiting. They finally arrived. However, I have a feeling there is actually a chance that all the quilting clips we have could go this morning. So, and that is like our month's worth of quilting clip stock. Easy for me to say, that has arrived. So if you've been waiting for us to get them in, you can't even wait and watch the show and then order them. That's something you have to just go and get them and check out your basket so that you know you've got them. Get as many as you want. There's 100 in the packet. I think 100's fine. If you are a heavy user or if you work on multiple projects at once, you can get 2 or 3 of them if you want to. Completely up to you. But what a fantastic deal on them. I don't know why we're discounting them, because to be honest, we could probably double the price and we'd still sell out of everything we've got, Joe, to be really honest.
Absolutely, we would as well. If you're in the UK as well, £20 means you'll unlock free postage and packaging in the UK too. So it's really worth thinking about. They should be £49.90, so you're getting them for £20. It's an amazing, amazing deal. That's why 15% of a big stock has already sold out and gone. We're not just talking about a Crafters TV stock. It is a company-wide stock that we've got. I think they're going to go in this 2 hours. I really do. Now, who wants to get a bit mysterious? We have got, I know you guys love these bags so much, we've got a fantastic mystery bag for you on the show. What I would say is, if you go for nothing else, get the clips and get the mystery bag. They're going to make such a huge difference to you. Now, of course, it is a mystery bag, so contents will vary, but what you will get is beautiful fabric, and you'll get a good mix of plains and patterns as well. You're getting half meters, so some of you would refer to this as a half yard. There's loads of projects that you can do with a half yard. If you're a quilter and you prefer to quilt using fat quarters or fat eighths, and by all means get your rotary cutter out, you can cut these down. So let me show you what's in this bag. And the other great thing is you'll get some So Inspired. There's some Riley Blake in here. This is even including that gorgeous branded fabric that we carry for you as well. So there we've got a lovely sort of Scandi, I want to say Christmassy, but it's not really, is it? It's almost Christmassy. We then have got some sort of festive thing, but again, I don't think that needs to be particularly Christmassy. Remember, you're going to get a selection, so you're going to get something this fabulous. A beautiful ditzy floral print there. That would look lovely on a playmat or a cushion or something like that. You always need some plains in there to ground those patterns. You've got some of that in there. This one is beautiful. Lovely sort of tealy duck egg blue with those beautiful peachy florals and greens in there. Really lovely. And then again, a sort of plainer print that you're going to be able to intersperse into that. So you get 6 in here. You get 5 in here, sorry. No, you get 6. I'm always trying to shortchange you, aren't I? I'm just trying to work out what that is. That's less than... how much is that per? So £5. It's like £4.
£6.66 a metre.
£6.66 a metre. Oh, that is really good value that you've got there. Thanks for that, Sarah.
Well, I was just thinking, it's when you said 6 metres for 20, 3 metres for 20, I was like, okay, I can do that. So 2/3.
3 metres for 20.
2/3 of a £10 gets you one.
So it's £3.33 per half metre piece. How amazing is that? You're getting 6 half metres. That is 3 metres of fabric. £20, $25. It's half price. Almost 15% of the stock has already sold out and gone. Oh my giddy aunt, have we got something amazing for you. We have got the glitter fabric on the show. Now, I'm only going to open one. Do me a darling, and get me a glass of champagne, darling. I'm going to open the champagne one because it is champagne for everyone, darling. Everyone can have champagne when it's £6.29 for a twin pack. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is awards night, isn't it? This is the Oscars. Anyone been watching Hollywood on Netflix? I mean, this is opulence personified. Look at this. Look at how it plays with the light as well. I mean, you don't need loads of this. You can cut it down, use it in strips. $6.29 though doesn't get you one. So if you're going for the champagne, it's going to come with a navy. If you want to go for also, you can get black and silver together. You can go for the gold and the bronze, or you can go for the white and the pink. What I will say is we are not going to limit this to one per customer. It is a price blast price, £6.29. I'll do that in a minute. £6.29 or £8.95. Let me just show you though some of the sort of things that you can be making with this. Look at this beautiful glitter bag that's been made. Think about making wraps and rolls for your makeup brushes. How fabulous would they look with the glitter? Also, if you want the dies that make the tab, we've even got that on the show for you as well today. The glitter fabric, and the other great thing, should we just do the Yeah, non-shedding, which is fabulous because let's face it, there's nothing worse when you buy something glittery and you end up finding it, you know, under your armpits and in all sorts of places. Now, the Tokyo, I need to let you know, the fat quarter bundle, a third even now of the stock has sold out and gone. Right, I think I need to tidy up for a minute, Sarah, don't you? And I also need to go and look at those comments. Any questions that you've got at all, get them in. We'll do our best to get them answered for you. But for now, I'm going to hand you back over to Sarah.
Yes, well, I've just got to share with you something that we have back in... It's a big back in stock day today. We've had one of the slow boats arrive from China and completely stock us up with everything. So I'm really excited. Not only have we got the quilting clips back, but we've also got the rotating cutting mat. So if you haven't seen it, can we just appreciate this? Look at the price blast, or whatever Joe does, right? So... £30.98 is what you should be paying for the rotating cutting mat and also the heat erasable pen.
15% of that's gone though, Sarah.
I haven't told them about it yet.
Shut the front door, put the bins out.
I haven't told them yet. You get the rotating cutting mat and the 3-pack of the heat erasable pens, okay? Should be £30.98. It is on offer for half price at $15.49 and you're going to get that blasted down further to $12.39. Now let me just say, in case this is brand new, I've got some of that Tokyo blue fabric before it sells out, right? So here's how you are going to do all of your fabric cutting, right? You're going to put this on, you're going to get your rotating cutting mat and you're going to cut, let's have a look, we're going to cut straight down. And then instead of moving everything, you are literally going to rotate your mat and then you're going to be able to cut on the rotation. So you should always cut, oh, go on you little pig. You should always cut and rotate the mat. So remember you're saying that, so you're going to be able to cut your fabric and then even if you're wanting to cut it on an angle, you just rotate it onto the, you keep your fabric in place, rotate your mat, so that you are always cutting on the rotation. You are always cutting as you are turning the mat, not turning your project. Because every time you turn your project, you run the risk of losing the accuracy somehow. Whereas by turning the mat, well, it's just awesome. Please, guys, $12.39. That is an absolute giveaway price, a giveaway price on that one. So yes, I just had to jump in that. I had to jump in there, Joe, before we did anything else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Make sure you grab that. Tokyo. I'll let you know about this fabric. It is going so quickly. Over a third of the stock now of this has sold out and gone. $7.19 is that price blast price to get both of those. Now the peacock fabric. Is that true? Oh no. It's our second sellout. The peacock fabric has totally sold out and gone. I know we didn't have a huge amount of it, but I didn't think it would go that quickly. There is that peacock fabric. It's sold out and gone. Now, I need to again just remind you quickly about the clips here that we... Oh, actually, do you know what? I think we've got a lovely crafty friend that's going to remind you about the crafting clips. John Scott was of course here with us doing his John Scott Sewing World shows, but obviously since we've been on lockdown, it's been really difficult for John to get up here to us. But he still joins us in the studio from time to time. Are you there, John?
Morning, Sarah. Now, first of all, lockdown here. Washed it this morning, can't do a thing with it. My mum used to say years ago, you're all too young to remember this, oh, you look like Mr. Teasy Weezy. Do you remember Mr. Teasy Weezy? No. Anyway, before I tell you about today's Sunrise Special, I need to tell you, well, not tell you, but give you a huge thank you. Do you know what? A box came from your headquarters this week from the warehouse, 473 scrubs bags made by your viewers from your show. And so we just want to say a massive thank you so much for those. They've all been homed already. They've all gone off to very worthy causes. So thank you very much indeed for that. Now, when can I come back? I need to come back soon. Anyway, look, I've got a fantastic Sunrise Special for you today. These are brilliant, aren't they? These little clips are wonderful. Have a look at this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50... 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now, they're normally $49.99, right, for those. £20. Oh, now if there are any left, either follow the link on my Facebook page, either my personal one or my John Scott Sewing World one, or just go to thecrafterscompanion.co.uk to the website and you'll be able to get those. I know. Now, the thing that's brilliant about them, look how they come packed. So now, I don't want to talk about Christmas yet, but if you're a part of a quilting group or a sewing group, mainly quilting, I suppose, and you've got to get 10 gifts, how brilliant, because this is how they'll come. This is how they'll all come. I know, isn't that brilliant? So you get 100 for £20. I know, you're saving 60%. I know. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got loads to do. It's kind of a bit overcast here. It doesn't look very nice. Take care of yourselves, everybody. I hope it won't be too long till I see you back there up at the studio. Mwah. Lots of love. Take care. See you soon.
Ah, lots of love, our John. We do miss our John. Hopefully, it won't be too much longer with all these lockdown restrictions so we can get John back up in the studio. In the meantime, you'll have to make do with yours truly. Not quite, well, I was going to say not quite the big flamboyant personality, but I'm not far off, am I not? We're cut from the same cloth, me and John, no pun intended. So yes, he's been such a miss around the office, so I can't wait to have him back here. Right, demonstration time. So I did say, first demonstration I was going to do was to show you all how to do that fantastic little shopper tote, and here's my little bag. I'm going to do the little mini bag that you then put your shopper tote in as well, okay? Now, let me show you. This is a project in So Inspired issue 12. So one of our older magazines, it's a project that Stephanie and our team designed. So you've got the full step-by-step project, and then you've also got in the template section all of the templates that you need. What I've done is I've actually just printed a copy out. And I'm not sure if we still have that magazine, so if not, we'll definitely be able to make this available as a download for you on the website. So, full instructions are available there. And can you see, here is the template as it comes out. So you need to print your template onto fabric. You're going to cut it out and stick it together, and it makes this shape, okay? So this is basically half of your shopper bag. So, because it's half of your shopper bag, we're going to do it on the fold. Now, this is one of the fabrics from your fabric bundle. So bear in mind, we worked out that this whole massive piece only cost you £3.33 based on this price. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this over. Can you see here? It says cut on the fold. So you place it up against here, and then you're going to cut all the way around. Now, I reckon there is enough in here for you to make at least 2, possibly close to 3. 1, 2. Yep, you could definitely do two and your little zippy pouch. So you're talking about £1.50 a bag. These are going to cost you in fabric to make. Now, to save on a little bit of time, instead of you sitting watching me cut this out, what I've done is I've already, here we go. So can you see that comes out like this? We've got this all cut out, and what we're going to do is you're going to do that twice. We're going to do that twice, and we're going to put 2 of them right sides together. So 2 pieces, and this is such an easy project to do. Honestly, guys, if you're like at beginner level, like I consider myself to be, how fantastic to be able to make these little shopper totes. Now, what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to sew down these 2 sides here. I'm going to sew along the bottom, and I'm going to sew these 2 little bits at the top. So I'll do that. If you want to do any, see if we've got any comments, any questions from anyone, and you can watch me. I might go the other way. I might stay in your little corner for you, or we can switch out. And if you can watch what I'm doing on the sewing machine, you'll be able to see what we're doing. So don't sew these corners here, right? Don't want you to sew any of these corners. You're only going to do the tops. Ignore all of this, down the sides, ignore these, and down this side.
Looks a bit like a camisole at the moment.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't. I mean, it's a cami. I was not a camisole I'd be getting into, I can assure you.
I was thinking the same sort of thing with me.
Loads of you questioning and commenting along. Valerie has asked if we would think... Oh, I'm smashing the place up. If we would think about having the apron fabric... Stay there, hold the line, caller, because I've got one just here. If we would think about doing the apron material as a fabric. Well, it's funny you should ask, Valerie, because it's something I spoke to Leanne about just last night and said, is there any way we could maybe get this as fabric? And Leanne has said that she will look into it, but she doesn't see why not. So I'm not going to promise as a definite yes, but I have asked Leanne, so we'll see what happens with that. It's Elaine's first time watching. Hello, Elaine. We love having new viewers. Christine's not a sewer, but she says, Sarah, that she's addicted to our shows, so she's going to watch anyway, and she thinks it's just a matter of time before she'll start sewing.
It
How cute is that?
totally is just a matter of time. You might as well go and get into it. Get yourself that fabric bundle, get an old machine out, and that's how I started, you know. I had a really old sewing machine, and so my Auntie Margaret said to me, I'll bring you mine down, pet. That's basically, the sewing machine I had was 30-year-old. So she said, there's no good using that. So she said I could have her old sewing machine. But in fairness, she'd had a good 10-15 years. So I got my Auntie Margaret's old one, and then basically I had that for years until I bought I didn't buy. I went into the store cupboard and took home one of our Gemini stitch machines when we released them.
You need to get yourself a Stitch Pro though, Sarah. You're only using a Stitch. I saw this on your Instagram and I was like, come on, you're the boss. You've got to have the most recent one.
Well, I like to just... I felt like I was only at the level of a beginner sewer where it was only justified me having the beginner sewing machine. However, I do quite fancy a lot, because I come into the studio here and I sew with the Stitch every week and it's so quiet and it just breezes through. I'm thinking I do quite fancy. I might take this one home this weekend and then see how I get on with it and
we'll know then which one comes back next week, which one you've kept.
Right, so we've done all of that stitching round there. This is the clever bit, okay? So we're going to turn this inside out. No, we're not, before we do that bit. Before we do the rolled hem, let me show you what we're going to do on the corners. So we've got that square. Yep. Oh, and who did you say was the complete newbie sewer?
It was, Christine.
Christine, you're going to love this. I thought it was magic. So because these are cut into here, watch what you do. You open these up, and then where these two seams are together, can you see, you just what's called nest them together. So we just feel for them to be getting together, and then we're going to stitch along there. And this gives you like a 3D bottom on your bag without you having to do like a separate gusset or something. Honestly, it just makes it so easy. Look at that, my emails are coming through on my watch. I have to turn that off. We're not working this morning, we're sewing. Everybody knows I do sewing on a Tuesday.
Shadiah said, Joe, shut the front door, shut the back door, put your heels on. Glad I've got my basket through me fabric clips mystery bag. Yay!
I'm pleased you've got it. I'll tell you what, while we've got, and bear in mind, all of our fabrics are 100% cotton, right? We won't either bring them into stock or do them Crafters Companion fabrics if they're not 100% cotton, because most of our customers do quilting with them, and I didn't want you to be wondering, is this a good one? Is this not a good one? So we just do really, really good ones.
Sarah, I need to let you know, the situation's getting a little bit out of hand. The website is in meltdown. The mystery bag is 40% gone.
40?
Yes, so the mystery bag, £20, we send you £40 worth of fabric, 40% gone. How much of the Tokyo fabric bundle's gone? 70% of that's gone, and there's loads of you ordering it at the moment. You know, last week we said, I think this might be the busiest softer side show we've ever had. Well, I think we're eclipsing that this week.
Oh my life, that is a bit crazy. Right, please, I don't mind, I will not be remotely offended if you need to put me on pause. Go and get what you need and then come back to this. I don't mind. You can pause me on Facebook, you can pause me on YouTube, you can pause me if you watch on the website, or you can just go to the website and watch and shop at the same time. Right, so we've done that. How awesome is this? There's those 3D bottoms. How fantastic. So it is actually like a 3D bag. Now, let me show you what we're going to do around the sides. We're going to do what's called a rolled hem. So what we're going to do is just roll it a little bit and just give it a bit of a finger press, okay? So that we can just kind of finger press it, and you can see that. So there is can you see? It's like the little fold. Then I'm going to fold it another time, and I'm going to finger press that again. So when we say finger press, it just basically means go over it with your nail and give it a good press down. So it's like you're rolling it. And what you'll find is you'll be able to start. So I'm going to start here. And then as you're sewing around, you just continue to roll the next little bit. So getting started is the hardest. I'm going to go right through there. And so I'm just taking it, and it might be easier if you watch on the little close-up one. And we just come nice and gentle. Notice how nice and slow I'm going. And I'm just stitching round. So as I get there, I'm going to now roll my next little bit. And then I can stitch the next few bits. And I'm going to roll and stitch all the way around, Joe, okay? Well, I'm actually not, because I'm going to do a little bit of it for you to see. And then I've got one that I've already done the rolling, because this is the little bit that doesn't take too long, but it might be 5 minutes. And I figured that might be 5 minutes. I could be showing you something else. So I'm going to cut to the one that I've already done a little bit of. So can you see, I'll do a tiny little bit more of that, Joe. Here we go.
Angela said we are eclipsing the previous show. Love it. I love it.
So, can you see that I've done that rolled hem on that bit there? When you continue all the way around, here's my one. This is the one. No, this one here. Here we go. Look, I've got so many shopper bags on the go. You know when you just get into something, we're onto it. I'm totally onto it. So I'm going to just do, where's my last little bit? Here we go. I'm going to roll round the last little bit of this and just finish all of this off.
The Tokyo, they come with these little clips. They're not earrings, by the way. 80% of it's gone. If everyone checks out their baskets, it will probably not far from sold out. If it's in your basket at the moment, I'm afraid you're going to have to go to the checkout pretty much immediately if you want it. If you want to come in for it, you need to do it in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I would say, or you are going to miss out on it. £7.19, that's £3.60. £3.60 for each fat quarter bundle, and there's 3 fat quarters in each, so £1.30 a fat quarter. That's amazing value, but you'll have to be quick for it. The mystery bundle as well.
Don't tell me that's gone, because I'm still using that, Joe.
45% of the stock in the mystery bundle has gone.
We had so many of them, that is crazy.
Susie says, did I miss the mystery bag? No mystery bag this week, Susie, but a mystery bundle on the fabric. 6.5 metres, 3 metres of fabric, £20 or $25. It should be $41.96 or $52.86 in the US, so it is less than half price. Talking of half, so half the stock has now sold out and gone.
Look at my little bag. How cute's that? How absolutely gorgeous is my little bag? So, come on, that is what? A 10-minute project? A 10-minute project for you to do? How amazing do they look? Now, watch what you're going to do with it, okay? You are going to fold it over. Actually, I think I'm going to fold it into a few bits, right? So I'm going to fold it here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a little bag to put it in, right? So you want you now want a little miniature bag to put it in. I've got my little miniature bag. Here it is. You see the little mini bag, can you see it's just the perfect size with a little zip on. So I'm going to switch and I'm going to show you how to do the little bag. So let me just show you. I've just cut out 2 little squares of the fabric. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of zip now. Joe, I'm using the zips on a roll. So we've got loads of zips on a roll on the website. They are absolutely fantastic. Put your zip closed. Can you see I've just cut it a little bit wider than what the fabric is? And what we're going to do is we're going to sandwich the zip in between the fabric. So we're going to put the fabric down and then we're going to put the top piece of fabric. So I've got 2 of these. And I'm going to pop this down, and then of course to hold it all into place I'm just going to use a couple of my quilting clips, and I don't need to be embarrassed this week because we've got them back in stock.
We have, not only do we have them, 100 of them for £20. If you're just going for those and you're not using the Club Inspired discount, you can even get them £20 free postage and package as well, and if you're in the UK, which is fantastic. So do stock up on those. Loads of you commenting away. Julie's saying how much she looks forward to all of our shows, which is lovely. And Barbie saying that her son hates glitter. Well, that sounds like a hate crime. How can you hate glitter?
That's crazy.
Come on.
Who hates glitter?
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm worried that our Oliver's going to be watching the show. Let's have a look. I'll just take this out for a second. I'm worried that our Oliver's going to be watching the show and now he's going to have an obsession with glitter. Do you know, I must tell you, Joe, our Oliver, so this is my 6-year-old, was watching the show, was it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when we had the glitter fabric?
Yes.
Right? And he made... Should we have a little look?
Let's.
So 2 weeks ago, he wanted to make his own cushion just like Joe. So I had to bring all the stuff home. We made one. And then this weekend, because I had my sewing machine out again, he wanted to have another go. And I've taught him how to use the foot pedal as well. So look at this, right? 6 years old. He's doing
Wow.
oh, we got the little stitch. He's doing all the sewing himself, and he's operating the little foot pedal.
Have you got it on a box?
He's so cute. And then, this is what we made. So he made it for our Grace, which is my niece, right? So this is the sequin fabric that we had on a couple of weeks ago, which is the reversible one, you see. So you can just put it down, take it out, or you can bring it up. So this is it, and we used faux leather on the back. So
Wow.
he's made this for a 6-year-old.
Is that the one that he actually sewed?
This is the actual one that it was sewn there in the video.
That is
How
amazing.
awesome. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud that my 6-year-old can drive a sewing machine. My mum taught me when I was young, but I don't think I was as young as 6. And I was so thrilled that, yes, a couple of weeks ago he wanted to do it. And I thought, oh, the novelty will wear off. But then for him to see me doing the sewing again this weekend, and I want to do it, Mummy, but I want to do the foot thing, he said. I want to do that foot thing. So our Oliver he was doing all the foot pedal. He sat on my knee. So have a little look at these pictures again. So he sat on my knee. He was operating the sewing machine. Oh, and this was another project I was working on this weekend. Do you want to see that? So my niece, I had this lovely fabric that I'd bought ages ago. You know, when you just want to get all your stash out and use it. So I had this alphabet fabric, and I had some wadding at home, so I've just made like a little, it's like a change mat for her, and I thought that was my weekend project.
That's
I always
gorgeous.
said I wouldn't do any quilts, Joe, because I didn't have the patience,
Right.
And I didn't have the patience to finish it all off. Now, if you notice, I haven't done any like binding on it or anything like that. That is way too advanced for me. However, I have patchworked the pieces together. I've put
so
the
you
wadding
actually
in.
I thought it was like a fabric panel
No,
for a second. You actually stitched those on.
So it was a panel.
That's great.
I cut them apart, stitched them back together.
That's amazing.
So they're all stitched, and then I stitched it onto the backing, and then I've actually quilted through onto the back as well. So let's just say this is officially my first quilt.
Sarah's first quilt.
For my little 10-month-old niece. So I'm very pleased with my bit self.
That's
so
amazing.
we're going up in the world. This is what I'm saying. I've totally got bitten by the bug. So every time I said the last few weeks, oh, I only do cushion covers, I've now gone from cushion covers to play mats. Right.
Sandra's asking, the mystery bag, the mystery bundles, are they cotton? Yes, all the fabrics we bring you is quilting quality cotton. So you can rest assured all 100% cotton in that mystery bag. So do get yourself stocked up. And it's a good, because it is all that great quality cotton, it means you can pretty much use it for anything, doesn't it, Sarah?
Oh, yeah. So I do a lot of bag making. I do a lot of cushion covers, and I now do some quilting. I was in the past doing a lot of quilting blocks, but I wasn't doing I don't do a lot of actual quilts. But either way, you want the great quality, don't you? So let's have a look at this. So can you see when we open this up, you see, this is sandwiching it in between these two bits. This is all just with that mystery fabric. So then we're going to do the same with the next one. I want them all to line up, so I want it to go that way. Yep, does that make sense? Which means we're going to stitch that on there, and we're going to turn this over, and we're going to stitch the other piece on, and I'm going to bring in my wonderful quilting clips that I literally could not live without, and were devastated when we were out of stock of them, and I'm going to stitch down the other side as well.
2/3 of the mystery bundle is gone, Sarah. I mean, we had a lot of it as well, but it is selling very quickly. We did have a lot of it. It's going fast, so do stock up on it. The other thing I'd say is as well, it's not one per customer. So if you want to grab a couple of those, you know, like with a lot of mystery bags that we bring to you, we say, oh well, you know, only buy one, because if you bought two, you might have two of the same thing. With fabric, it doesn't matter. If you've got two of the same thing, that's a great thing. If you've got, you know, 10 different, or you get 12 different half meters, that's also going to be fabulous for you. So actually go for multiples of it if you want to go for multiples. It isn't one per customer, which is important.
Right. Now I've got to this stage, I'm going to stitch down this end. This is such an easy... Oh, I'm going to switch my zipper foot off because we finished zippering. I just love how easy this project is to make, Joe. I really want to see some of our beginners. Like, was it Christine?
Yeah.
I want to see some of those beginners like Christine getting the bug, going on the journey with us, because it's really easy. And go and get an old sewing machine, get yourself started, and then you can come on and you can treat yourself like I'm going to now to one of our Gemini stitch ones.
If you want to send us any pictures, really easy to do so. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Details are just down over there along the bottom of the screen. So if you want to join the conversation, any questions you've got as well, it's a great time for us all to learn together. I know Jude is also saying she is a beginner too. Any questions about anything, get them in the comments over on Facebook. I'm monitoring the conversation conversation on the Crafters TV Facebook social feed.
Right, are you ready, Joe? This is the only bit that I would say is complicated to pay attention to, right? So if I just cut these, what I've done is I've put the right sides of the fabric together and I've left this part here, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to open, well actually I'll open my zip in a second. You'll see what I want to do in a second. This here, we're then going to fold this so that this seam nests up against the zip. Can you see? So it goes up against the zip. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the other one. We're going to open it up and we're going to nest that seam up against the back of the zip so that all that is laid out perfectly. Now I'm just going to hold it in place with a clip and then I'm going to show you I've got some little pieces of fabric. So little offcuts and scraps, and all I've done is stitched it together into a circle and I'm going to fold that. And what these are, if I just show you, I've lost me, here it is. They are these little tabs here. So all you're going to do is you're going to fold your fabric over and then we're going to tuck that inside. So can you see, you open this up, that tucks inside, all your raw edges come together. And you see that there? So there is our little sandwich there. Hold it in place with a quilting clip. Look at this. How would you manage if you didn't have a quilting clip, Joe, and you had to use pins? What a faff on that would be. And I'm going to go and stitch, because the stitch is so good, we're going to stitch all the way down there. Right.
Carol sent me a lovely comment on Facebook. One of our previous craft ambassadors, Carol Koch, says, when I was 8 years old, I was given an old singer treadle.
Oh, wow.
What is that? What's the right pronunciation of that? I'm not sure. Treadle. Anyway,
Treadle, I think.
Treadle. Okay. The church were fundraising for a new roof and had organised a fete. I had enough cuddly toys for a stall, and every single one sold. My mum was so fed up of me sewing every night, she gave the machine away. When we moved house, I was devastated. She bought me an automatic machine to replace it, so I could use it in my room. It was never the same as my old singer.
Oh, I bet it wasn't. Right, at this stage here, we've sewn all the way down there, then go and open your zip up. Crikey, do not forget to open the zip up, otherwise the whole thing ain't going to work. So here we go, open my zip up all the way in. Obviously it can't open off the bottom, but then you do need to make sure, and again, you just hold it together with your quilting clips. I'm going to put that little tab inside, fold it over, pop it inside, and just hold everything in place and then stitch down it. So
I must say, your roots have completely gone, Sarah.
It's a good job, isn't it?
Look at it.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
My husband thinks I look like I've gone ginger.
No.
Which he can take the mickey out of me for, because he is ginger.
Oh, is he?
So it's like a strawberry blonde.
I was going to say he's more of a strawberry blonde.
Yeah, do you know what? I think actually it's just a problem with the white balance on the overhead camera, Joe. I think that's mainly the issue there.
Absolutely what it is,
So,
100%.
yeah.
Shadai says, well done, Sarah. Happy for Oliver. She goes on to say she was her mum's helper, and she used to help her mum sew when she was about 6. Her mum used to sew her school uniforms for her.
Oh, wow.
And Shadai used to thread her needles for her and pull out the base stitches as a little helper. That's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, everyone. I was my grandma's little helper. I remember as my grandma's sight deteriorated, all the blankets that she used to crochet, I was the one who used to do all of the running the ends in, and you know what it's like, Joe. The bits that nobody wants to do at the end of the blanket. That was always my job there. Right, so if I cut all this off now, are you ready for this whole thing to come together and we can just appreciate how we've made this whole project in like absolutely next to no time? So it is the little zipper pouch, and I like the idea that you can do this project, right? You could do this and size it up. Let's have a look. I'm trying to get the whole bag through in one fell swoop. I might just do it in 2 bits. I might get it through and then we can turn it inside out. So here's the bag, and it's going to be inside out at the moment, right? And then you can turn it the right way in, and it just like magic all comes to be that perfect little bag. And this is the nice little bag, you know, that you throw in your handbag with your little bag inside. And then all you're going to do is this last little bit in here.
I hope you've done it right, Sarah, because John Scott has just commented on YouTube saying he's just checking up on us. So
Checking up
I
on me.
hope you nailed this demo.
Yes. Do you know what? John, this is one of my favourites. It's such an easy project to do, but it's a good job, Craigie. If you've got John watching you, you don't want to get it wrong, do you not? Let's have a look. I'm going to just go and sew this closed. I should really do this by hand. John, I think your quilting clips are going an absolute dream. Was that his Sunrise Special, his quilting clips this morning? So, yes. Oh, I love that John's watching. So, here we go. We'll get these in. We'll put all that together. That is brilliant for our little bag that we folded. It's going to go into there. And how nice for like a little present for someone. And like I said, you will get 2 of these minimum out of one of your fabric. Look at that there. Totally gorgeous, Joe. That's out of that fabric. By the way, I stole your fabric. So I'm going to have to just pull all this together. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Go long, go long.
And I hit the dump box.
It nearly went in the sellout box. We can't have that. I mean, it's busy. Nearly there, but...
Do you want my little bag as well? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Right.
Oh, nearly took the light out.
You took the light out there?
How gorgeous is that?
Would you believe I was on the ladies' cricket team?
I can tell.
I'll never be a fielder.
How much of the mystery bundle has gone? I know it's busy, but how much has gone? 70%. 70. Now, what are you going to get? So you'll get ½ meters. Some of you may refer to it as a ½ yard. I've just folded this one up and now I'm going to unfold it again. As our Debbie would say, what am I like? So you'll get a gorgeous ½ meter. Some of you refer to it as a ½ yard. There's loads that you can do with this, from bag projects. As Sarah said, you get 2 of the bag projects she just shown you out of that. Great for little wraps, for things like makeup brushes and organisers and tidies. And now the great thing is, it is a lucky dip. So if you want to go for multiples, you can. What we've done is just picked a typical one from the warehouse. So what you'd get in this one is that beautiful ditzy floral. You've got that wonderful kind of Scandinavian print on there as well. I love that one. Got something a little bit festive in there with the pinks and the trees and the snowflakes. Some lovely plains, because of course you always need some plains to ground your patterns. This is beautiful. Really lovely bold floral with that blue and the beautiful peachy corals in there, and then a gorgeous sort of coral. This is actually, I think this is a, it's Eddie Jane, this one. That you've got just here. So you've got branded fabrics in here, as well as our own So Inspired fabrics as well. £20, that's what you pay us. We send you £41.96 worth of fabric. As you're spending £20 as well, you'll get free postage in the UK. 70% of the stock, however, is gone. We had a big stock. We had a really deep stock of that one. Now the Tokyo Fat Quarter collection, 80% of this one has gone. So you get set 1 and you get set 2, which is fantastic. So let's have a little look at this one. So in set 1, you're going to get this one here. So you're getting a lovely ditzy floral. You're getting a beautiful plain in there, and on the other side you've then got that lovely secondary floral. It works beautifully all together, and then what you have then is we have the second bundle on the Tokyo as well. So this has got more sort of your blues and greens and lemons in here, that really trendy mustard lemon. This really is the colour of the moment at the just now. And then what you've also got is that lovely patterned fabric in there as well, almost like a sort of Art Deco clamshell design on that one. Really, really gorgeous, but a lot of the stock gone there. Now I need to give you a reminder of the cutting mat. Now the cutting mat comes with the erasable pen as well. Is it the heat erasable, or is it the... It is indeed. It's the heat erasable one, isn't it? It's that rotating mat. £12. Is that the price? Oh my word. It's a price blast, that one. £12.39 or $17.16 if you want to go for that one. That's unbelievable. That should be nearly £31 for that. A lot of you commenting away and watching on Facebook, as I can see. However, what I really must urge you to do, if there's anything that you want and you desperately want to get your hands on it, I'd say place your order sooner rather than later. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, then here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. There are all the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. I told you about the cutting mat. I'd be fibbing if I said the same though, because 60% of this has now gone. What would you pay for the heat erasable pen? You've got the 12 by 12 rotating mat in there as well at the same time. Now, glitter. Oh, now, the white and the pink is your favourite. Shall we open up? What one shall we open up? Let's open up the pink one. Let me show you this pink one. This stuff is... It's just like, I can't describe it. It is so opulent. It is so fabulous. It's like it sort of is fluid. It's like it's liquid. Look at it. Look at how it picks up the light. It is amazing. I just want a whole, do you know what I want? I want like a jumpsuit made out of this. That's what I think I deserve. Can you see how
Not
gorgeous
quite at my
that
skill
is?
level yet, Joe.
No.
I can do a cushion, or I can do a bag.
Not a jumpsuit.
Not a jumpsuit.
Maybe we could work up to a jumpsuit. Maybe you can, email in if you'd like to see Sarah make me a jumpsuit out of glitter fabric. However, anyway, if you want to go for these, so it's a really good size that you're getting, really good piece, and you don't need a lot of this, to be fair. It is encapsulated as well, so it's not going to shed. And I think that's why a lot of people that maybe have got an aversion to glitter say, oh, I don't like it because it just gets absolutely everywhere. This one doesn't. I mean, I've got a couple of bits on me, but it really isn't shedding badly. Now in there you're going to get two for that price of $6.29. You can go for one of all of them, so you've got different colour combinations. You've got the white and pink, I'll pick that one up in a minute. You've also got the gold and navy, which is this one just here. We then have for you the black and silver. Now that one's very Oscars red carpet. And we've got the gold and bronze as well. $6.29 or $8.95 for each of those. You're saving more than you're spending. And again, you can go for as many of those as you want. What sort of thing can we do with this, Sarah?
Well, let me just tell you, it's fabulous for cushions and bags, Joe, because you know that's right at my skill set. However, it is also fabulous for little tags. So we've got the item on the show. I'll bring up the details for you of the little tags. I'll see if we've got a photo that we can show you, or you might have them over there, Joe, that you can show everyone, because there's two in the set and I've only got one of them. Have a look at the little picture. So can you see there, you get the two bag tags. Now we're doing 30% off them, so it was a great saving to start with. But then look at what I've done here. I just did, because I'm loving the fabric, right? I used that So Lovely fabric, which is sold out. I did, you know the basic bottoms that I just showed you, how we did them on the shopper bag? So this is basically exactly the same as the shopper bag, only I just sewed around the top and did the handles, because this is pretty much a level that I'm really comfortable with. This is another project from the weekend. And then can you see, I've just got the glitter fabric made into one of these lovely little tags. So I'm going to show you how we do that one. With these here, can you see they don't have a cutting edge at the top. So all you're going to do is you're going to take this, we're going to make sure our fabric, let's get a longer piece of fabric. We're going to make sure the fabric is long enough so that we can fold it over and it can cut through 2 layers, and you see, and cut all of it out. So when you're cutting, you're going to use your base plate, you're going to use your metal cutting plate. I'm going to put it slightly on an angle, and you should never just kind of put it down. You should always use a little bit of tape. She says, optimistically, doesn't have her tape to hand. So I should have my tape to hand, Joe, and then tape that down. So because I don't have the tape, I'm going to be really, really careful. Putting the top plate and then the other top plate on, and we'll send them through the Gemini. So these all fit beautifully well through your Gemini Junior plates if you want. And you've got all the different shapes. In fact, I've got, let's have a look. Joe's passed me them over. Should I show you all the different patterns? So there's the key tab that I'm going to use. These are more kind of traditional keyring shapes that you'd recognise. Then these are your gorgeous little fancy tags. They look brilliant. Glitter or faux leather, I think, is absolutely perfect for these. So you can see here, we've done all of the cutting. And once we've got that cut out, just going to snip off them. Didn't have it quite exactly to the edge. Here's what you do at this stage, Joe. get some of the D-rings. We've got a whole website full of accessories like this. And all you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to thread it through your D-ring, and they're all designed to be the right size that they will just work through lovely with that D-ring on. And I'm going to stitch on the machine. What I did is, while we had the little video going on before, I just changed the colour of my thread, and I've just put like a dark navy blue thread in, and I'm going to stitch through 2 layers of the fabric, just top stitching it together there. And look how easy it is to stitch. I think a lot of people worry that, oh, it's glitter fabric, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to stitch together. Can we just appreciate how totally not a nightmare it is at all?
Absolutely. Michelle's asking on YouTube, if she was only going to go for one of the curve builder block sets, Sara, which one would you suggest would be the best to start with? I know we've got them on the show. We'll be taking you through them in more detail in a little while.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be doing that demonstration next, Joe.
Fabulous. So keep yourself tuned in
and
for that,
I'm
Michelle.
going to be using, what's the name? I think is it the Drunkard's Path I'm using? Yeah, it's the Drunkard's Path. I took it home. I hadn't done anything with the curves. This is the first time. When we launched them, I was really excited, but I was never confident enough to sew around corners. So I took these home at the weekend and I did a little bit more sewing around corners, and I was amazed at actually, in fact, I've got a nice little Sara trick to teach you, as to if you're a little bit like me, you're terrified to sew around corners, I'm going to teach you how to do it.
Fabulous. Make sure you stay tuned for that, Michelle. The lovely Bernie said hi as well. Bernie Cornish says she loves the quilting clips. Everyone seems to universally love those clips.
Right, I'm just going to cut this last bit off. Now look at that, Joe. How quick has it been to make the little fastening, the little key chain? And then if you're doing a bag like this, you see, you would just, as you were sewing your handles on, you just attach your little key chain in. And I think that's super cute, really super cute, super easy and fabulous to do. Just a nice little project with your glitter fabric. But to be honest, let's get that glitter fabric back out. I want to show you just how much is on each one. So one of these here is enough to make that whole bag. So we made, can you see, we made the whole bag from one and enough to do all of the handles. So just to sort of see what sort of size project you'd be able to do, £6.29 gets you 2. So you could make 2 bags. Yes, you need a little bit for the lining, but you could make 2 bags for £6.29. So £3 a bag. By the time you add your plain fabric on, under £4 a little bag. The prices we've got on today's show on the fabric is just off the chart ridiculous, is all I'm saying, which is why we're having the busy show we've ever had, period. End of. Right, I'm going to put this away, Joe. Get ready for the next one.
And so Lynn's saying, I think you may have to ask Lizzie, Bernie or perhaps John for a jumpsuit. No offence, Sara. I don't know if she won't take any. Sean says, Joe, what you need is a waistcoat and matching bow tie made out of the fabric.
Now that I could do, Joe. I could do.
There we are. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for a Crafts Companion birthday, I could have some sort of outfit made out of glitter fabric. I think maybe that is the way forward. We'll see what we can do. Loads of you commenting along. Don't forget any questions you've got, get them in. Debbie's asking me, Sara, would the alcohol stamps work on fabric as a permanent dye?
The alcohol stamps, the alcohol ink pads. No, if you want to stamp onto fabric, you need to go and get our fabric ink pads. We do have them on the website. Go and have a look for our fabric ink pads. If you want to draw on, yes, you could use our Spectrum Noir permanent markers. They are not fabric markers, but they are permanent. So hopefully that answers your question.
Fantastic. Keep getting your questions and comments in. Don't forget you can share with us any pictures of anything that you've been making as well. Send them to us quickly and easily. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk along the bottom of there. Now, the glitter fabric. I just need to recap for you on these glitter fabrics. So this is the most popular. The pink and the white is the most popular. So you can see here, that's what that, you make these beautiful bags in here. The champagne and navy are your second favourite here. I could put these in my little bag, couldn't I? Let me just pop those, there you go, they'd fit beautifully in there. There you go, I'll hold on to those. You've then got the black and the silver, which is this one here. You're getting both for that price of £6.29, or you've got the bronze and the gold there as well. So it's completely up to you. You decide which one you want to go for. Now the Tokyo Fabric Quarter bundles, limited stock. That means that less than 10% of our starting stock is now available. If you want it, if it's in your basket, you need to get checked out. If you want to grab it, you'll have to be quick and go straight to the checkout for it. Now, 3/4 of our mystery bundle has gone. Remember what you're getting in the mystery bundle? You're getting half metre pieces, so they really are a great size. Loads of projects that you're going to be able to do with these half metre pieces. So get those in your basket. You're going to get a lucky dip, but I've got sort of a good representation of what will be in your basket. If you want to go for multiples as well, do it, because it doesn't matter if you've got multiples of the same fabric. There's loads of projects that you can use with multiples of these half metres. So you've got a lovely sort of background fabric. We've got some beautiful florals in here. Oh, hello. I'm a bit butterfingers tonight, aren't I? Today, this morning even. We've got some plains in there. You've got some sort of festive ones, some lovely Scandi prints, whether that's with the birds or the florals as well. £20, we send you £41.96 worth of product. $25, we send you $52.86 worth of product. Now the cutter, we are having, everything is busy on this show this morning. 3/4, that box, my sellout box, is going to be overfloweth by the end of this show. 3/4 of the cutting mat with a heat erasable marker sold out and gone. Easy to see why when it's £12.39. I think a lot of you will have big cutting mats already that don't swivel or turn, and will be coming back for this, because especially when you're working on those more intricate blocks, more detailed ones where you really need to get that cutting very, very accurate, this is your friend there, because what you're doing is you're turning the mat, you're not turning the ruler and the fabric, so it makes it really easy. As a beginner, this, I would say, is an absolute must in the show today. Right. Oh my word. Shut the front door and put the bins out. The clips, and remember, this is a site-wide stock. 25% of the stock of the clips has gone. I was convinced we had enough of these to definitely last. I would say if you're watching this show back after the show, watching this show back at a later date is what I was going for, then definitely check the stock for those. Right, we have got some fantastic deals for you on the Builder Block. Now, Builder Block is amazing. It's our die-based system that allows you to perfectly cut your blocks, because let's face it, what you guys love doing is the stitching and the piecing and the sewing together. The cutting out is not the bit that you love. And this makes, blocks that would be very, very difficult to cut so simple. So this one here that I'm holding, this is the drunkard's path. I've walked that path many a time, let me assure you. In here, you're going to get the large corner die, the medium corner die, the small corner die. You get the large circle, the medium, large quarter circle, medium quarter circle, the small quarter circle, full instructional booklet. Also as well, what I'd say with these is there are full instructions, video tutorials on them. They make a 6, an 8, a 9, or a 12-inch block. So you've got loads of different options there. And if you look at the different sort of blocks that you're able to create, you can see here exactly what you're going to be able to do. So there's loads of variation with these, makes some great value. You've got 4 different options. You've got a great price, no matter which one of these that you go for. So you've got Drunkard's Path, £40 or $60. You get free P&P on that one in the UK. You've got then the Winding Ways, which is this one just here. You've also got Rob Peter to Pay Paul, which is that one. And then finally, you've got the Bay Leaf here as well. So whichever one you go for, you've got a third off of that, which is great, £40 or $60. Now, I know a lot of people, Sarah, get a bit scared when it comes to curves in their blocks, but this is going to simplify that, isn't it?
It is. And do you know, we have literally, I keep talking about this journey that we're going on, but so many fabric crafters are coming on this journey with us. So a few weeks ago, I introduced you to our Builder Block system, and I showed you how all the different types of quilts you could do were pieced together bits from Builder Block. This is exactly the same concept, but now with some of the specialist types. So this pattern is called your Drunkard's Path. Right, so, and these, as Joe was showing you, these are different ways you can put these blocks together to make different patterns. So if you want to do all these different quilt patterns, it's all done from this collection of dies here. So the best thing I can do really is get this straight out and show you in the instruction booklet. If you're trying to decide which one to go for, whether you go for the Drunkard's Path, the Rob Peter to Pay Paul, if you don't already know what the different types of quilt blocks are, go and have a look on the website, because the descriptions on each one of the projects is going to show you the different ways you can do it. Now, This is your drunkard's path. So this is the traditional drunkard's path as it's done. And what it does is it's going to be this pattern that I'm going to show you, but it's going to, this is how you're going to lie it all together to make this sort of pattern. This is another one over the hill. So as you can see, even though it's one set, all of these different adaptations on the way that you can put all of your squares together when you do the squares. So that's all the different. So we've got 10 different ones in the booklet, then it goes into your different languages, but you can see how they all go together. Now I'm just going to do a really nice simple. I'm just going to show you how you do the cutting first of all. So when we get this opened out, you'll see in each shape you've got the large, the medium and the small, depending on what size you want to do your block at. I'm just going to do the biggest one for you. So can you see I'm going to take the biggest of the let's call it the inverse circle, and the biggest of, so they call it the corner in the instruction booklets, and the biggest of the quarter circle. So these two, can you see, go together. Now obviously they don't piece together because they've got the seam allowances built in. So when you piece these together, I can show you a nice one that I've already done. This is how they piece together and give you that lovely curve. I'm just being really honest, Joe. If you don't buy this product, I'm not sure how you would cope as a relative beginner quilter cutting these circles. I know people do it, and I know there's some people who just take huge pleasure in that cutting. I don't. I enjoy the sewing bit. So let me show you how we're going to work it. So what you're going to do is take your fabric, and I've got my large Gemini plates here so that we can do some cutting with the large Gemini, so we'll put them all on at once. So I can take a couple of pieces of fabric, and I'm going to do, should we cut 4 of these? Is this the, yeah, we'll cut 4 of the corners. Now, there's loads of tips and advice on cutting against the grain and with the grain. I'll be really honest, I'm just happy to get, at my level, I'm just happy to get my curves sewn together. So mine aren't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Look at that. Joe's brought us me, whatchamacallit. Thank you, Joe. Really appreciate you finding me tape for us.
No problem.
So I'm going to cut some of these out. Now you can cut through comfortably up to we see you can cut up to 8 layers of fabric. I've just put 4 through there at the moment, but you'll find they'll cut comfortably. What I should have done is slightly tilted the die so we won't get the clunk. You'll hear the clunk I'm talking about. There's the, what was a tiny little clunk. That's because we've only got 3 foot. There's the clunk, it wasn't that one. You see the clunk, the reason you're getting the clunk is because it's basically stopped cutting all this one line at once. Whereas if I'd been to tilt this a tiny little bit, so that it was slightly on an angle, then it wouldn't clunk off the end, it would just gradually ease off the end. So there's my 4 pieces of that fabric. And then let's bring in some of my lovely cactuses. This is the fabric that we had on a couple of weeks ago, Joe, that is this going to fit through my machine? Not quite. So I'll cut a couple of the pieces just to kind of demonstrate with this, Joe, just to show you as it was. This is the one that we had on. Oh, do you know what? I might just cut it on my rotating cutting mat. Have we still got some rotating cutting mats? Have we still got some?
Is that fabric you're using? Is that the Riley Blake Azure that you've got
that
there?
was the one, Joe.
Yeah. You'll find that on our website. The rotating cutting mat, 80%. I can't believe the price on that rotating cutting mat. It's with the heat erasable marker as well. That cutting mat. So definitely grab that. We don't have. I know that's definitely going to sell out. It is really, really busy on that cutting mat. £12.39 or $17.16, saving 60% there. Someone asking if they can use these dies with other die cutting machine. For instance, Nikki has got a cut and boss. Can she use our dies with those machines?
Absolutely no problem. So it was a good question as well. So they are thicker than a regular die, which means that we always substitute out our magnetic mat. So we leave our magnetic. So it'll be the same if you're doing your cut and boss, leave out your magnetic mat and it should cut fine as well.
So am I right in thinking that I could cut loads of other stuff with this? I could do like craft metal and, you know, bits of balsa wood and stuff.
Fabric.
Yeah, and all those other bits.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yep. Cut all sorts with this. Right, so here is my Oh, right, there's all my bits of fabric. So I've cut them, and like I said, mine are going to be all over the joint. They're all going different directions. So my cactuses are going upright on them. No, it's going to be there. Yep. So it might help me, therefore, when I'm putting together. Yeah, so we might have a really odd shaped quilt. This is if I put all my cactuses the same way. Or it's only because I've got directional fabric. You know, if you're not using directional fabric, you won't need to worry. Now, are you ready for the Sara tip here, Joe?
Always.
Right, so I really struggled with sewing around the corners, because basically what you're going to do is you're going to sew these two corners. You're going to go right sides together. So we're going to have to sew, and then you're going to gather it and go all the way around this corner. So someone give me the nice little bit of a tip of find the middle point of this one. So there's my middle point, just finger press it, and find the middle of this one and give it a bit of a finger press. And that's what you're going to line up. You're going to line those two middle points. Now, someone gave me the tip of then pin them together. You know I don't like pins. So do you know what I decided I would do to make life easier? I would go to glue it together. So I found this is so much easier. Tiny little spot. I've got the Collall fabric glue. Tiny little dot of the fabric glue, she says, putting a load on. And actually I'm going to glue the whole piece together. So I'm going to glue it together, and then I'm going to stitch it together. Nobody ever needs to know that there's a tiny little bit of fabric glue on there. And I find, especially while I'm kind of learning, it's so much easier. So I'm going to, remember them two pieces lined up in the middle? And the fabric glue kind of tags straight away. And then I'm going to go and put the end pieces together, get them lined up perfectly. And then just using that fabric glue to hold the whole thing in place. And it means I can, it's like pinning it or tacking it really, but you don't need to worry about tacking it. So I can get it all perfectly lined up, and then I can go and sew it. And then everybody will think I'm really awesome at sewing round corners when really I've cheated. But who cares if you cheat? Wait till you see the finished results that I've got on them. They look absolutely brilliant. You wouldn't think I was like a complete beginner at this sewing round corners malarkey.
Absolutely not. And the great thing is, if you've struggled with corners before, maybe this is a day, this is a system that is going to allow you to sew around those corners effectively. Remember, you're saving over 30%. It's a third off, in essence, £40 or $60 is your price. You can go for one of all of them if you want. Remember, you've got different options. So you've got the Drunkard's Path, you also have Winding Ways, then you have Rob Peter Papal, and then finally bay leaf as well. So they are your 4 different options. If you've already got the sort of original builder block system, your shapes, then these are a fantastic expansion pack for those original builder block systems. Or you don't need to have the originals to use these. You could come in and go straight for these ones. It is completely up to you. But Sarah, I think it's, where are you now? I wouldn't call you a beginner sewer now. I'd say let's go with at least confident beginner, bordering intermediate maybe.
Okay, confident beginner, but confidence, Joe, is something I've never had problem with. Might be easier for you to see me on the close-up, by the way. Yes, confidence is something I've never had an issue with, Joe, as you all well know. So, yeah, going gung-ho at this. Getting the best results, not always the case. But you know what? I'm only sewing things for friends and family. So I'm pretty sure, like for example, my quilt that I made this weekend for my 10-month-old niece, I'm pretty sure my 10-month-old niece, Grace, really doesn't mind that it's not perfect. I'm pretty sure she'll just be thrilled. I'm hoping when she's old enough to understand, she'll just be thrilled that her Auntie Sarah made this for her.
Absolutely.
So I remember as soon as I finished, I sent me a picture to Leanne, and I was like, Leanne, it's a bit rubbish. Don't look closely on the back. And she went back and she said, it's not rubbish. Stop saying your stuff's rubbish. It's not. It's brilliant. It doesn't have to be perfect.
I've got big news, Sarah. I need to let you know. The original mystery bag that we had in the show, it has sold out and gone, I'm afraid. However, we know so many of you are going to be disappointed. So what we have done is we are putting together a second mystery bundle of fabric. It isn't the fabric, the stock isn't there loaded on our website at the moment. I will let you know when it goes live. The only caveat I need to let you know is it will be dispatched from Monday. So you've got about 6 days to wait before we can dispatch it, because obviously it's all cut by hand. We have to cut it for you. What it means is if you went for the original mystery bag and you'd like to go for the second one, there's absolutely nothing stopping you doing that. We did not plan to have a second mystery bag. We did not plan for this mystery bag to sell out anywhere near as quickly as this one has, but we don't want any of you to be disappointed. As soon as the extra stock is loaded, I will let you know. Yes, so as soon as that's done, Sarah, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's brilliant they've been able to sort that out, because you would think mystery bundles, well, we just do hundreds, but yes, it takes someone days and days to pull all of those fabrics, cut half meters, fold them together, put them in nice little piles. So I'm really pleased. But that means we probably won't be able to have any mystery fabric on next week's show, because they'll just be, they won't be able to get anything ready for next week. So, but let's not worry about next week. Let's worry about what we've got now. Right. So all I've got, there's my, you'd see me sew around that corner. And then watch what you do then. Just come and you're just going to give it a bit of a press. So give it a bit of a press. Look at that, Joe. Yes, you're right. I am not a beginner sewer. I am a beginner bordering on being intermediate, because I can sew around corners. I can cut corners and I can sew around corners. And I tell you what, never mind intermediate, if you are if you're doing a drunkard's path, I'm pretty sure they let you go in the I'm now an advanced quilter type category.
If it's called a drunkard's path, does that mean it can be wonky? It doesn't matter.
It absolutely can be wonky. Nobody's ever going to know. And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to take it onto our rotating cutting mat, and I'm going to square off all those edges absolutely perfectly. So all you do, you see, is you're going to line it up. And yes, I can see we've gone a little bit wonky on here.
We're really worried about the stock on that cutting mat, Sarah. 80% of the cutting mat with the erasable marker is gone. It's definitely not going to last to the end of the show. It will be going in that box in no time at all. I can assure you of that.
Right, so all I've done is I've put it slightly over all of those lines, which means, you see, if I take this on now, I can hold this in place. In fact, I might as well go, oh, there we go, hold this in place. I can do that perfect cutting there. And then can you see what we do is we, let's get this out. So then we turn this around, right? So you turn this around and then you're not moving your actual project. And then we can just take off the little scraps on the corner. And then we can turn it round again, move this. We haven't moved our project at all. We're just rotating that cutting mat every time. And it means I can cut my square to be absolutely perfect without damaging the integrity of that design by moving it each time.
Rosalind's asking, does that fabric glue dry clear, Sarah?
Yes, it does.
Fabulous.
How good's that? How good is that? So, perfect drunkard's path. And you're going to do 4 of them. Right? So you're going to do 4 of them. And then let's have a look at some different ways we could put them together. So we've got 1... you could, let's have a look, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't done that. That's just a random, totally random shape, that isn't it? I've just made something.
You've invented a new one.
Yeah, I think I have just invented a new one. Let's have a look. We could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the one I'd planned? I did look at the instruction booklet for one. So in the instruction booklet, I had one up there, and then I had another one coming down here. I had another one coming around there like that, and then I had another one coming down here like this. So you can just literally put them however you want them to appear. They look quite nice. The one that's on the front cover is 4 circles all facing inwards like this. So can you see that's, and if I turn this round, oh, I think I might do that with this one, because
I like that.
All of me cactuses all face upwards. How good's that? How perfect is me circle? And then all you're going to do is sew the 4 pieces together.
Love it.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. Lots of you asking.
I'm going to do a little bit of sewing, by the way. A little bit of a tip, right? This here, I'm going to line up those seams, because that's where it needs to be perfect. And I'm going to use one of them quilting clips to hold it over the seam, because that's the bit that's the bit that has to be absolutely perfect. And then I'm going to go and stitch it together. I'll do some stitching while you're doing some updating, Joe.
Absolutely. Don't forget as well, something I haven't even mentioned yet, there will be a craft vault at the end of this show. So get yourself over to the website now. You can see all the craft vault items. They're there on our website. They're tagged with that craft vault logo. So you'll be able to get yourself across there and grab those. Make sure you get stocked up. Eleanor was asking, which one is Sarah using? It's the drunkard's puff. Shall I just quickly run you back through the 4 options that you've got? So you've got, firstly, the drunkard's path. Now, don't think you're only able to make one pattern with these, because you're not. Look at all the different block combinations that you're able to make with these. Also, check out the amount of variation in size that you're able to achieve as well. 6, 8, 9 and 12-inch blocks. So there's loads of variation there with that one. That one is a drunkard's path. The next one we've got, oh, these are on very precarious plinths back here. Let me be careful. You know what I'm like, I'll knock it all over. The next one that we've got for you is this one here. This is the winding wades. Again, 6, 8, 9 and 12-inch blocks. And these are what you're going to be able to achieve with them. So lots of different, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different block designs that you're going to get instructions for. Then what you can do is start making your own block combinations as well. So loads of ways that you can use that. The next one we have here is the Rob Peter to Pay Paul. They have some very interesting names, don't they, these quilting blocks?
Yeah, we didn't make them up, Joe, just in case you're thinking that somebody in the office had
Are
a bit
these
of a
traditional
jolly go.
quilt block names?
They are very traditional quilt block names, yes.
I was wondering, so this one is going to allow you to make that one. I love as a cushion cover. Imagine how great that one just there is going to be. So you've got all of those, and then finally you have got bay leaf as well, and then bay leaf is going to allow you to make all of those blocks. Again, 6, 8, 9 and 12-inch blocks. So loads that you can do with those, whether it's a quilt. Don't feel you have to, you know, dive right in with a quilt. Start with a cushion, maybe do a table runner, do like little placemats if you want to. There's loads of different things that you can do and maybe build yourself up to a quilt.
Yet, Joe.
Well, I think you did technically now.
Well, I didn't do a patchwork quilting.
No.
So I always started, I've just done a lot of cushion covers, because cushion cover is absolutely my level. Like you say, now I did a table runner where I did, I think I did 3 blocks on my table runner. But I just, for me, the pleasure comes in the, I like the piecing together. I like this bit here. Finishing it off and making it into a quilt was the bit that was a bit too time consuming, and I still don't know how to do the binding around the outside. But it doesn't matter, because I can learn that as I progress my quilting skills. But my quilts are going to look awesome now.
Absolutely. I need to let you know the Tokyo, it is sold out and gone. It's going in the box with so many others. So much more will be going in that box soon as well, including the rotating cutting mat. I think that's probably going to be our next sellout. Is it limited, the cutting mat? It's limited stock. Less than 10% of our original stock is now remaining. So you want that one, you'll make sure you're quick to get it. $12.39 or $17.16 for the cutting mat. That's looking beautiful, Sarah.
Isn't it just? I'm just giving it a nice press. I'm a little bit obsessed with pressing. My husband finds this incredibly annoying, that I will not use the iron in our house at all for any ironing, but I will use it for my quilting all the time. So, for example, and I'll be really honest and say, we have a lovely lady comes round, takes all our ironing away every week, except obviously on lockdown, she hasn't been doing that. So we just all go around in non-ironed clothes. And if I've got a dress on the morning, do you know what I do, Joe? I stick it in the tumble dryer for about 15 minutes on the morning, save having to iron it. However, I will iron all my quilt blocks. What?
Putting something in the tumble dryer means you don't have to iron it?
Yeah, just put it in the tumble dryer, don't bother ironing it.
So what, and then put it on?
First.
I didn't know about this.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't ironed anything other than a quilt since lockdown happened. So, yes, but it doesn't matter because my kids aren't going to school, so none of the other mothers can judge us. They're just at home, and I'm not judging me for not having my kids in nicely ironed t-shirts. So, yeah, don't look too close. Actually, to be honest, most of the time you see them in pictures, they're either still in their pyjamas or they're wearing a superhero costume. So what does it matter? How awesome's my quilt block there? Going to neaten up those sides. Is the rotating cutting mat gone, Joe?
It is hanging on by a thread. No pun intended. Very, very busy on that. Yeah, it really is last call on that, guys. $12.39 or $17.16. You need to get yourself checked out if you want it. I just want to recap again on the glitter fabric. Really, really busy here. You guys are loving these. The pink and the white together is your favourite. However, champagne and navy, champagne for everyone when it's £6.29 for 2. And also then your next favourite is the bronze and gold. Just gorgeous. Also neck and neck with that as well is the silver and black. I think the silver and black is so classy. So make sure you grab those. The quilting clips. We need to remind you of these again. Now these are always out of stock. No, they're not always out of stock because they're in that stock now. But the amount of times that Sarah and all of our other sewing experts join us and say, "Oh, I'm really sorry, but the quilting clips are out of stock. stock. We'll bring them to you soon. Don't worry. They're in stock now. Not only are they in stock, they're on an amazing deal. It's the deal that you all wait for. 100 of these, so 10 packs of them for £20, which is an incredible deal. That should be $49.90 if you're in the UK. These should be $69.50 in the US. They're $27. You definitely need to grab these whilst we have them. They are amazing. What are you doing there now, Sarah?
I'm just squaring off all my edges. This is how you get your quilt to look perfect at the end of the project. And I can just tell you, having that rotating cutting mat is just making it 10 times. I'm going to have to stop talking about it because it's going to go, isn't it? It is just making it 10 times easier. So much easier. Look at that. So now,
less than 50 of those cutting mats now to go round.
Okay, so now I've got that whole thing perfectly squared off, ready to go into my project. Isn't that great?
Beautiful.
So that's your Drunken's Path one. But every one of them, I specifically chose this one because I wanted a difficult. This is a really difficult corner. So I wanted to do a difficult one so that I could show you my little trick with the gluing. Nobody needs to know that has ever been glued. You certainly won't see it on your finished project because it all dries totally clear. I wanted you to see that little trick. But you can use that on any one of the 4 builder blocks. Just go and choose the one that you most like to do the pattern and the pack with.
Absolutely fantastic. Don't miss out on those, all 4 of those builder blocks in stock and ready to go right now. Now, we were talking about how much we love those clips. Don't forget they are there, they're ready to go. Great as well for things that you can't pin, things like your levers, your faux levers, your oilcloth. I love them, Sarah loves them. Someone else who absolutely loves them as well is a man that is usually here on a Tuesday with you. It is, of course, John Scott.
Morning, Sarah. Now, first of all, lockdown here. Washed it this morning, can't do a thing with it. My mum used to say years ago, you're all too young to remember this, oh, you look like Mr. Teasy Weezy. Do you remember Mr. Teasy Weezy? No. Anyway. Before I tell you about today's Sunrise Special, I need to tell you, well, not tell you, but give you a huge thank you. Do you know what? A box came from your headquarters this week from the warehouse. 473 scrubs bags made by your viewers from your show. And so we just want to say a massive thank you so much for those. They've all been homed already. They've all gone off to very worthy causes. So thank you very much indeed for that. Now, when can I come back? I need to come back soon. Anyway, look, I've got a fantastic Sunrise Special for you today. These are brilliant, aren't they? These little clips are wonderful. Have a look at this. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now, they're normally $49.99, right, for those? £20. Now, if there are any left, either follow the link on my Facebook page, either my personal one or my John Scott's Own World one, or just go to thecrafterscompanion.co.uk to the website and you're able to get those. I know. Now, the thing that's brilliant about them, look how they come packed. So now, I don't want to talk about Christmas yet, but if you're a part of a quilting group or a sewing group, mainly quilting, I suppose, and you've got to get 10 gifts, how brilliant, because this is how they'll come. This is how they'll all come. I know, isn't that brilliant? So you get 100 for £20. I know, you're saving 60%. I know. Anyway, I've got to go. I've got loads to do. It's kind of a bit overcast here. It doesn't look very nice. Take care of yourselves, everybody. I hope it won't be too long till I see you back there up at the studio. Mwah. Lots of love. Take care. See you soon.
Ah, the lovely John Scott there. Make sure you grab those quilting clips whilst we have them. £20, $27. Now, my friend John, I might have told you a while that my friend John was making me a jumper with some felt pieces that he was going to sew onto it. He's let me know it's ready. He's going to send it up. So hopefully, if it's arrived by next Tuesday, I'll wear it for next Tuesday's show. I'm so excited about it. If you love felt as well, we've got a great felt bundle on the show for you. So we've got a collection of the felts. You can get 5 lovely pieces of felt in here. It's 24 by 22 centimetres. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 metal dies that are going to work beautifully with it. You're going to get the classic rose, and then you're also getting as well, is it the pretty florals? that you're getting included with it too. So Pretty Petals, excuse me, $14.39. I mean, you couldn't buy normally you wouldn't be able to buy the dies alone for that. No, you're going to get absolutely everything. $14.39. It's a price blast price, or $19.93 if you're in the US. But I'm really excited for you to see what you can make with these, because it is just gorgeous. How beautiful are these projects, Sarah?
Oh, it's a cutie, Joe. And look, I've loved this one. So I used up we've got some of the hoops. And do you know what? Can you remember a few weeks ago we had on that lovely cloud pillow, and you got a hoop in with it? So you could be using your hoops if you've got them left over. I've just used a couple of bits of fabric to make like a little, it's nice little scissor holder like this, you see. So you can hang it on the wall and hold a few of your tools in. And how cute does it look with the little felt flowers on there as well? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you do all of the little felt flowers. Now, as you said, Joe, each one of these dies, these were from my So Lovely collection, each one of these would be setting you back the $14.99 to start with. So you're getting both of them plus the fabric pack for less than the price of just one of the dies on the bundle today. These, by the way, are fantastic projects to do if you want to do them with the kids. Now I'm going to get both of these ready so that we can do both types. Oh, this is going to be another one of them projects the kids are going to be wanting to have a go, aren't they? I did these last night after they've gone to bed, actually, so that that was a bit rotten of me, so I didn't have to let them have a go. But right, be okay, we'll show them. I'll show them, and then there'll be a big request tonight and see. Now let's have a look. Let's do the yellow one. And I'm going to do the yellow one with that piece, and then let's get a little bit of the pink out. Oh, I love these pinks. Should we do the lighter pink or the darker pink? Oh, I don't know, Joe. Let's try and do both. And this is the great thing about the felt. So we do have, if you want to go and order more of the felt, it is the fantastic quality. So it's the wool felt. You get different types and qualities of felt. Trust me, this is the one that you want to work with if you are doing, you want to do, proper sewing projects, not just little things with kids, for example. Because I always know kids, whenever I would go to buy felt in like the craft store, they always have some in the kids section, but it's that really thin, acrylic-y, rubbishy stuff. This is the proper nice wool stuff.
Is it fuzzy felt, the other one?
Oh yeah, that's rubbish too.
Yeah.
It's great for a purpose, but it's not great for this sort of project. This is that lovely wool felt that you're going to work with. So that's the size of it as well, just so that you can see. It is 10 inches by... Oh, hang on, put it this way. 10 inches by 9 inches. Yep, 10 by 9, pretty much. And then if I take these out, you will absolutely love, Joe, how easy. These are like Joe projects, these. You're going to love these. So, not that I'm saying you are at a too basic skill level, Joe. Don't you read too much into that.
I really am.
But I think you'll absolutely love this.
I know we've only just got to this demonstration. I need to let you know that, however, a fifth of the stock of this has already gone, Sarah. It is literally lighting up the website, this deal at the moment. Loads of you going for this one.
Right, I wonder if I've got any of my tweezers. Oh yes, I have got some of me. I've got me tweezers, and I've actually got a little.
Any questions you've got about this collection, or so how you can use these things you can do with this felt? Absolutely, drop into the comments and let me know. Remember, I'm over on the Crafters TV Facebook page. If you want to drop there. Oh, you roll it up.
You just roll it up like this.
No idea.
Can you see? You were looking at that thinking, how's that made a flower?
Yeah, I thought that is a really weird shaped flower.
So you just go all the way around, and we're just rolling this, and I'm trying to keep it kind of all together here. Do you know what I might do? I might put a little bit of glue on to help me along the way. So I've just got my glue gun, because the glue gun's the quickest. So if I put like a little squirt of glue on, I'll get it to the halfway point, and then we'll get a bit of glue on. Just watch your fingers if you are doing the glue. So there we go. Got it to the halfway, got a little bit of glue on there. There's my fingers. Yep.
Is it hot?
It was hot, yeah, it wasn't too bad. and then can you see I'm going to put another little bit of glue on here, so that I can then take it another little bit further, and you just
I just got it on the iPad of you doing that again, and it made me laugh again, sorry. I've got a slight delay on the iPad, so if I see it there, and then I can watch it again down here.
Yeah, I love it. So all the way around, right, can you see, when you get to this part here, can you see that there's like a round bit here, which just happens to now be exactly the same size as the felt all rolled up. So what you do is you put a big glob of glue on there, and this comes round, and then this closes over the back like that and holds it all together. Now I'm not going to touch it because I've got a bit of glue oozing out there. I'm going to let that dry, and then once it's dry I'll touch it and show you, right? So don't stick it, don't want to stick it to me, Matt. Right, there we go. We've got the excess glue out there. Let's just leave that one to dry a second, and then I'll show you how you fluff them up. We'll do the same with the other one. So that is your ruffled one, which makes this sort of pattern, by the way. Your rounded one, make sure you start at the edge where, not this end bit here, you're going to start right up here. So we're going to do exactly the same way. We're going to hold it, and you're going to start rolling it round. So I'll put a tiny little bit of glue on. Do you know what, fabric glue might be easier because, well, it won't be easier, but it's going to be less risky in terms of burning yourself if you're not sure. So you're going to go a little bit more, tiny little bit more glue on, and then it's up to you whether you just do it with your fingers or whether you want to hold it with a pair of tweezers in place. Because can you see I'm just doing that rolling around there, nice and easy every time you do it. And these felt flowers, they're brilliant for like little kids' hairbands if you want to do them, or decorating bits on your clothes with them. They look super, super cute whatever you do with them.
They are absolutely gorgeous. Someone's asking if you could do this with scraps of fabric as well, Sarah.
Oh, perfect.
Would it be, I guess you'd need to, I guess they wouldn't be as full, would they?
Well, do you know what you could do though? You could just do 2 lots.
I guess so, yeah.
So where you've wrapped it round, just wrap another lot round at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, double it up. A fantastic way to do it. And also, this is a really great product. I think this is good, what I call a gateway craft, you know, Sarah, because let's face it, there'll be loads of paper crafters watching this show that don't own a sewing machine, don't sew, but do want to do a really lovely soft craft project.
Yep.
This is great because a lot of you already have a hot glue gun. I'm guessing if you didn't have a hot glue gun, is there any other adhesive you could use, Sarah?
Oh, yes. Do you know our tacky glue would work brilliantly well for this.
Okie doke.
So a little bit of wet tacky glue, as long as you've got a Gemini machine, well, or any die cutting machine really, as long as you've got a die cutting machine and you can cut all of your dies with it, no problem.
I know you're using the big Gemini over there. Would this go through the Junior?
It would go through the Junior, no
Wonderful.
problem. Yep, I just happened to have the big one out on my table ready from when we'd been doing Build-A-Block.
Fantastic, really busy now on this. 14.39 if you want to go for this in the UK, 19.93. Over a fifth of the stock has gone, so definitely grab this one if you want it. This is great. I could see me doing this. I reckon if you cut me a load of pieces out and put them in a bag for me, Sarah, I could go home with some tacky glue and I could sit there with some squeeze and have a lovely time with that.
But you know what? We've got the glue guns in stock on the website, Joe. I'll just send you home with a glue gun if you want.
Oh,
or
fabulous.
Just pick one up when you're at the warehouse. Like, every home should have a glue gun in it. If you don't already have a glue gun, it's like a necessity. Right, you get to that bit there, you're just going to put your glue over the edge again, and then the whole thing sticks down. And then that is going to, so that makes your rounded flower.
Can you use these on foam, is what Shudai is asking, these dies?
Use them on foam, absolutely.
Flower forming foam?
Flower foam, oh yes, you could use them on the flower forming foam, no problem.
Fabulous.
So there's your rolled one. If I bring in, is this the, here we go. Now my glue's dried. Once it's dried, then you can just, look at that, you can just like zhuzh it up a little bit. Do you want me to show you another one of them? So we've got it. So we'll just zhuzh it. So really easy. You're starting right at the very, very edge, and you're going to grab it, and we're just going to start twisting. And I find, like I was saying, I will find it easier with the tweezers. Little bit of glue on there as we're going, so that as we roll this around, it can stick to itself. So it just makes it easy. You don't need glue all the way, but a little bit of glue as we're going just kind of helps it along. So a little bit more. If I stuck, because it's hot glue, if I stuck glue all the way along, it's going to be a right royal pain when I get to the end, because the glue's going to have hardened. So you're just putting little bits on as we're going, and then continuing to roll that round. And then once you get to near the edge, so I'm going to do my last little bit in here. Once I get to near the edge, you're just then going to put a nice little bit, there we go. So now lift the tweezers out, then we'll put a nice little globule of the hot glue in the middle, take this round, put this on the edge, and then you see you can open that right out and form that lovely little 3D flower. Now in the felt bundle, I've given you some nice springtimey flower colours, but then also some of the nice greens, because you've also got some leaves in here. So can you see the two of them have different leaf patterns in, one with a fuzzy edge and one with the straight edge. So if I bring my project in that we're decorating, all I'm doing now is taking some little bits of the hot glue and I'm just popping these down, and then we can pop our little rolled flowers into the gaps here and make our own little, just make our own little 3D project. And just sticking them on with glue is the perfect way to do it. I like a nice little bunch of them on there. Looks really pretty, doesn't it, Joe? There we go.
It's gorgeous. And again, what would you do with it? I mean, I know you're decorating a hoop there. I'm just thinking, even on like home decor projects, headbands, brooches would be good for these maybe as well, Sarah. There's loads you're going to be able to do with them, isn't there?
Oh, look, tons of projects. And like you said, they don't have to be, you don't have to do them with felt.
No.
Once you've used up your felt, essentially what you're doing here is you're getting the dies and the felt's thrown in as a bit of a freebie. It's like buy one, get one free on the dies, and the felt thrown in as a freebie to kind of get you started with all of this. And then, like somebody said, use all your little bits of little scraps up there as well, and they're going to come together perfect. Look at that nice little bunch of flowers.
Could you put them on
there.
stems if you wanted to, like a piece of wire, and have them almost in a vase, like
Absolutely.
have a little display of them?
How good does that look with a bunch though? Once you've got quite a few of them on there, super simple to do, super simple to do.
Really gorgeous as well, very, very effective. And the great thing is, what a minimal investment, £14.39 or $19.93 if you want to go for those. Remember, you get the felt, you'll get both of the die sets within there as well. So it's great value. You're getting all of that there, $14.39 or $19.93. You're saving 60%, which is fantastic. It's a Price Blast price. Is it? I believe it's the last day for Price Blast today, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it today or is it tomorrow?
Oh, I don't remember, Joe.
Oh, I need to give you a heads up as well. What a show we've got coming up tonight for a launch party. Sarah even found me yesterday in the office and was like, you are not going to believe how great our launch party show is going to be tomorrow. She said it's going to be tremendous. So you know it's going to be fabulous when she says that. So make sure you join us tonight. 4 o'clock if you're here in the UK, or 11 a.m. if you're on the East Coast. Now, the cutting mat, instead of less than 50, there is less than 20 of the cutting mat available. Remember, it's a rotating 12 by 12 cutting mat. It comes as well with the heat erasable pen or marker as well. So make sure you grab that one. $12.39 or £17.16. The glitter fabric, so busy on the glitter. White and pink is still in the lead. You also, the other three are all neck and neck now. So the champagne and the navy. You've also got the black and the silver, and also the gold and the bronze. The other three neck and neck, and they are catching up, I'm told, with the white and the pink, which is still your absolute favourite. Now, gosh, there's so many great things on this show. We've got next for you the quilting stencils. Now, these are brilliant. Two different options for these if you want to go for them. I'll show you them in a picture. So you've got this one here, which is option 1. Quilting set 1, £11.69 or $13.45 if you want to go for those. And in there you get the geometric and the medallion. In this one you get the teddy bear and the flourish, and this is set 2. This one is £11.69 or $13.45. Breaking news for you. The fabric mystery bundle, we put a second bundle together. It is ready to go. The stock's just landed on our website, so you can get there. You can get it in your basket now. Dispatch from Monday as well. So that's anything to bear in mind. It'll be dispatched from Monday, and that's when it will be dispatched. Anything else you order today will dispatch with your fabric, which is great. But it is there. The other thing to bear in mind is if you've got the first fabric bundle, you can come in. I mean, you could have got multiples of the first one. You can buy the second one. You can buy multiples of the second one. It is completely up to you. The value is the same as well. £20 or $25 gets you more than double that in fabric. And remember what you're getting. It was a lucky dip earlier. It's still going to be a lucky dip now. But you're going to get half-metre pieces. And this is the great thing. So you can see really lovely half metre. Also, some of you refer to it as a half, I can't get hold of this, got butterfingers today. A half yard, some of you refer to. I always want to do a magic trick when I do this with it. I don't know why. One day I'll learn something. I mean, I'd need more than half a yard to disappear behind, wouldn't I? So you're going to get some of our plainer prints. You're going to get some bold prints, some finer florals, some bolder florals. It's a real lucky dip. But all of our fabric that we've got on our website is amazing. It is all 100% cotton. It is all quilting quality as well. So you can do loads with it. I know you've got something you want to show us with the stencils, Sarah. Is that right?
I have, but before I go, John, I'm just going to tell you, basically what we're doing with that fabric is selling you next week's fabric. So we have an allotment. There's a girl, bless her, sits all day, every day, cutting down all our fabrics because we sell everything by the metre. So yes, we're doing these lovely mystery bundles. I'll be really honest, it's because we're trying to get you hooked on this. And then what you can do is you can go onto our website, and because we'll have given you a little selection of loads of the fabrics that we do, you think, oh, that's beautiful. I love that little ditzy floral that Sarah had. So then what you would do is you could go and you can just buy 5 metres of that if you wanted. And if you order 5 metres, they cut off 5 metres at a time, not 5 1-metre pieces. So what we do is we found it worked really well a few weeks ago, giving you a little taster selection, like a mystery bundle at half price. Because it's been so popular, I want you to be able to kind of keep going and getting that. So it takes us all week to get everything ready for the show. So now this week they would have been getting a mystery fabric bundle for next week, but instead we're going to let you pre-order it now. So like we said, it will be dispatched from Monday. And then if you order anything else in your basket at the same time as the fabric bundle, they'll dispatch all of that together. So if you don't want to do that, just make sure you put separate orders in. But anything that if the new mystery fabric bundle is on that order, that whole order will go to there. Okay, so they're telling me that you're all already getting it. Feel free to buy multiples of that if you want, and it will be an assortment, right? This is what I made earlier, and we used less than half of one of those pieces. So bear in mind, you are getting 6 half meters of fabric, and there's loads of projects out there that just use a half a meter or a half a yard of fabric. This is one that uses half of a half yard of fabric. So if you're wanting to do like the little shopper tote that I did earlier and you missed out on the mystery fabric bundle, or maybe you ordered a mystery fabric bundle and you want to get yourself one of next week's mystery fabric bundles, get it ordered out. We'll leave the details up there for you. Well, we're not, because I'm going to start to show you the quilting stencil, but we'll keep reminding you. Basically, get that mystery fabric bundle while we've got it, and we will give you a mix of the plains. If you remember, what I did was I did my little bag, and I did the little bag to go with the little bag. I did the little bag to put the little bag in, little bag to put the shopper bag in, and you will get that. You will get the plains that we've designed to go with the fabric, so that you can do projects where you've got a bag and a liner. So if you are just kind of starting out, or if you're making a lot of scrubs bags at the moment, or you're doing a lot of little projects, brilliant one to get. Right, I'm going to stop talking about that because I do want to talk to you about these amazing quilting stencils. Now, if you're like me and you've been doing loads of cushion covers, these happen to be the perfect size to then quilt over your cushion covers. And who's terrified of quilting? I was terrified of quilting before I got these stencils. Let me show you how easy they are, right? Let's imagine this was my beautifully, whether it's the block that I've just done, whatever it is, I'm doing it onto the white because I want you to see it. However, this would be perfect for, you know, that Drunkard's Path one I've just done? I could be quilting this over top of it. What you do is you put your stencil down. Then you heat erasable fabric pens. These come in with your rotating cutting mat. And watch what you do. You're just going to draw all around your stencil. So you can go, it's up to you. You don't have to do the whole stencil either. If this is too much, and can you see how easy it is? Even though because it's a stencil, obviously it's in bits, but you just follow the lines straight round. So you can draw as much of these in as you want. So I might do that one, and then I might do the star in the middle. Don't feel like you have to do the whole pattern. And if you want to hold your fabric stencil in place, you can hold it in place with a little bit of our stick and spray for fabric, which we also have on the website, and you could be getting that as an extra. So let's have a look. I'm going to do this one in the inside as well. Draw that all the way around. And I think that might be, so that might be everything. Yeah, I look at that. I think I quite like that pattern. Now, I've got a one which I have already done, which I've started to quilt, which I'm going to do a bit more quilting of, but I want to show you what's so magic about these pens. You know, we said they were heat erasable pens. I don't know if you might be, I don't know if you can either zoom in a little bit, or it might be easier for you to see from the overhead, but when you can see that pattern, right, what happens is, when we've finished, so when you've done all of your quilting all over here, watch what you do. You just take your iron, and you just iron over, and it disappears. Can you see that? So it's literally completely disappeared. So all the way around here, and then all I'm going to do is if I want to come down here, I can even write my name. So this is Sara's fabric. Sara's fabric. And then after we decide, you know what, we don't need to see that anymore, just iron over it and it will completely disappear. So the heat erasable pens are fantastic. So how you're going to use them is, can you see I did draw the whole pattern over the surface of my quilt, and then what I've done is I just haven't yet done the stitching around the top level. So I'm going to do that. I put a little bit of just batting on the back, wadding, batting, whatever you want to call it. Put a little bit of that on the back, and I'm just going to bring this in and just stitch all the way around the outside there, Joe. So this makes quilting very unintimidating for even the beginner sewer. So don't think, oh yes, I've got to send all of my quilts out to be quilted. Oh no, you can be doing it all yourself. Like I said, this weekend I quilted myself once I'd finished doing that little quilt for our Grace. It's my niece. I then put the whole thing, and I've only got our Gemini Stitch. I don't even have our Stitch Pro sewing machine, and still you can do all of your quilting even on the Gemini Stitch. You sew through all of those layers, absolutely no problem. And if you go out of the lines, you don't need to worry, because bear in mind what we're going to do, we are literally going to iron away all of the lines when we're finished. So it doesn't matter, you're just using it as a guide. Quilting guide is the kind of word there. But I'm doing this in a nice blue cotton so that you can easily see it on the white linen fabric. And we do have this white linen fabric. So if you're going for the quilting stencils, we do have the white linen fabric that goes with it as well that I'm using here, which is a really nice, it's just a nice fabric. I just use it for an awful lot, and we sell this on mini bolts. So you would be, if you're going for the white linen fabric today, you're getting the mini bolt of the fabric that goes with it. There we go. So I am past halfway now. Last couple of little pieces. Have we had any comments in, Joe?
Yeah, loads of people loving this demonstration. Deborah saying she loves your blouse. I think it's a dress, isn't it?
It is a dress.
Oh,
yes,
yes,
it is. A one that hasn't been ironed as well, might I add.
Deborah saying how much she loves my blasting sound. It's a shame I only really thought of that as the event ended.
As the event finished. Yeah,
it's been on for 5 days.
We could have been having that all last week when we had things on Price Blast.
It's a good thing really, because you'd have been sick of it by now. Anne saying that felt looks lovely, doesn't it just? Loads of love for that felting demonstration. So I want to ask you as well, the project that you just completed, did you just screw it onto the frame? It was an embroidery hoop, wasn't it?
It was an embroidery hoop. Yep.
Wonderful.
So I've actually got that one if you want to see. So all it is on here is I just put it through the hoop, and then I just fixed it in the hoop, and then just cut away the last little bit of fabric, and that's the nice one to hold the scissors. So can you see this one here? And then all I'm going to do, because I have gone out the lines a little bit, is just iron over, and you will be left with just the quilting. So if I just show you there, you can kind of still faintly see my lines over here, which doesn't look that professional. This side looks uber professional, and the difference is literally just you do it with that heat erasable pen, do all of your quilting, do your lovely stitched patterns on there, and then all you do is, I'll just take away those last little couple of threads. I mean, that's looking pretty good, that, Joe. Again, for a beginner come intermediate sewer who's got ideas above a station sewing around corners on a drunkard's path quilt. That's me. I've got my... that sums me up perfectly.
It's been brilliant. Oh, Sarah, you're amazing, as you always are. Let's face it, loads of you have absolutely loved this show. We've had such a busy show. Shall I give you a little bit of a recap of some of the great things that we've looked at? Let's start with the felt flower bundle that you can see here. So you're getting those 2 die sets in there, remember. You'd pay more than that just for the dies. In fact, this should be $35.97 or $49.85. Your price blast price today, $14.39, $19.93. So a great saving on that, saving over 60%. The cutting mat, we are down to single figures on the cutting mat. It comes with the erasable markers as well there, £12.39. How much would you pay for the 3 erasable markers? Probably £4-5 easily. $12.39, $17.16, saving over 60% on that, which is incredible. Now the quilting stencils, 2 different sets here for you. This is set 1 with the geometric and the medallion, $11.69 or $13.45. There was a second set. I can see a lot of you going for all of those. So if you go for them all together, It gets even better. $20.78. There's your price plus price. Or $23.92. One of my absolute favourites when it comes to the softer products that we bring you is your Gemini bag die accessory bundle. So you get 2 bags tag set in here. 7 dies total. $14.99 if you're in the UK. $22.95 if you are in the US. Everyone needs a little bit of glitter and some sequins in their life. I stand by that. And this glitter fabric is on a great price. But it's just £3.15 a roll if you're in the UK, which is amazing. You've got the, that's the gold and the bronze. They also then have all the other options as well. So you've got white and pink, black and silver, you've got champagne and navy, and you also have the gold and the bronze as well. $6.29 or $8.95. Builder block, just choose which one of these you're going to go for. So you can choose Drunkard's Path, Winding Ways, Rob Peter's Paper, and the Bay Leaf there. £40. You're saving a third on those, or $60 if you want to grab them. Great value there for that. Now the mystery fabric bundle, 6.5 meters, 3 meters total of fabric coming your way here. £20 is what you pay us. We send you nearly £42 worth of fabric. $25 gets you almost $53 worth of fabric. It is on an extended dispatch. It will be sent out on Monday along with any other items that are in your basket. But you can get this as well as the one that we earlier bought you as well. The clip's so incredibly popular. 40% of what is a site-wide... I don't know how long this stock was meant to last for these clips.
A month.
I'm guessing a month. And they have just been restocked. I think if these will probably go in the next couple of days based on the back of this show. £20 or $27 to get you all of that. Well, what a show we have had, Sarah. I think this has been the best softer side show yet, you know.
Oh, that's fine talk, that. Wait till you see what I've got lined up for next week, Joe. Literally, I feel under so much pressure for the shows to just get better and better. So much pressure. Better and better every week. But I think it's brilliant to be able to bring you some great demonstrations, no matter what level of sewing you're at, something that'll hopefully push you another level, but then also some amazing deals. I'm thrilled to see so many of you getting the fabrics, the tools when we've got the shows on, because it tells me that you are coming on that journey with us as well. I would love to see your pictures. If nothing else, you can come and inspire me with what you're doing as well. So make sure you pop them either on my Facebook page or the Crafters TV Facebook page, or if you want to email any pictures into the studio, we'd love to feature you in some of our shows. Just email studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk and we will try and get your pictures included in next week's show. Now, that is it from me for a few hours. I'm going to be back up at 4 o'clock with Joe as we do our papercraft show later. Now, it's a big one on a Tuesday because it's our launch party. So I've got some fabulous dies that you just saw recently launched in the last few days. Going to be doing some in-depth tutorials on them. I've got a whole host of awesome launch and learn, a launch and love deal. Wait till you see what we've got coming up, but that's 4 o'clock. However, don't go anywhere now because you all hang on until the end of the show to see Joe's amazing deals in the Craft Vault.
I think my hair has we've finally hit the wall with my hair, you know. There's nothing. I've been trying to sort of dampen it down and flatten it down for this whole show. Look at the state of it. It is, of course, the Craft Vault. This is the bit where I've done lots of rummaging around our warehouse. I was over there on Friday, actually, trying to scurrying around, searching out some good deals for you, and also doing my best to get you the lowest prices possible. And that's what we've done. So we've got 10 items, all half price, which is amazing. So we're going to start with the Builder Buddy. This is Baxter the Bear accessory kit. So you will need to have the original Builder Buddy body to use this in conjunction with it, but this is all the accessories you need to make Baxter with all of his dungarees there and everything else. So if you want to grab that on $7.49 if you're in the UK, $9.97 if you're in the US, better than half price there. Now, you saw Sarah create that lovely tote bag. This is a tote clutch bag and bow set, and the bow can be used beautifully within the fastening. Now you've got 4 instructions included here with this one. I'm just having a look to see if you could use that. I think you might get, no, you're going to need to use your Gemini machine, the large Gemini machine, to pop this through, but full instructions on there of how you can assemble that. Remember as well, for these kind of products, a lot of the time you'll find full video tutorials on our website as well. Should be $24.99 in the UK, however it's $12.49, $17.47 if you are in the US. Now, something that will definitely work through your smaller Gemini machines is the Bonnie purse die that we've got here. It's from the So Retro Sara Signature collection that we brought to you, and it just makes the most gorgeous little purse for you. $5.99, $5.47 if you want to go for that one. Up next is the Hooked Love. Are you kidding me? It just shows you have to get ahead, even with the craft fault. You shot ahead and it has sold out and gone. Now, the Hawaiian applique dies. I remember launching these with the lovely Lizzie on Create & Craft actually a little while back. And these are fantastic because what these allow you to do is fold the fabric. So you're looking at that and thinking, well, do you know what? That's not the biggest die. I'm not going to get a huge applique piece. What you're actually doing is creating something that's 4 times the size of that. So if you want to make a cushion cover, this is fantastic. It makes a brilliant cushion cover and a really great size. $14.99 or $17.47 if you want to go for that one. Okay, So Inspired, issue 10. It's the winter edition that we're looking at here. And what you're going to get included is you're going to get a wow, $4.99. If you're in the US, this is $2.99. We've lost our tiny minds. What you've got here is a whole host of different Christmas projects in here for you. Over 30 projects, in fact. Should we see what goodies we get with regards to hardware in here as well? Also, we're going to get some lovely stencils. You're also going to get a fat quarter, and you're going to get a load of festive patterns in here to create all of your own decorations, which is fantastic. So you can grab that. Staying on the So Inspired theme, we've also got issue 14 for you. Again, it is a festive themed one. The price is exactly the same as well. Let me just show you. Let's have a little look what we've got in this one. So again, loads of festive themes within here, which are fantastic. So you can see all of the great things. You've got cushions in here, a whole host of different bits and bobs. So you've got 53. Wow, there's loads in that one. 53 projects in that one. And then you've got loads of bits and bobs as well. So you've got more festive patterns included. You've got a fat quarter in there. I think there's something else as well. Is that it? Oh no, I don't want to shortchange you. You've got a lovely stencil in there as well. So you can get all of that. $4.99. If you went for both of those in the US, it's less than $6 to get both of those, which is fantastic. Now, the panel dies, these are great. Now, these are going to work wonderfully with things like cork or our faux leather that we bring to you, but also because they are our multimedia dies, they will cut a whole host of different materials, things like craft metals and drinks cans, pretty much balsa wood, foam, loads of things that can be cut using those. Great price again, they're $5.99 or £3.74. Oh, the nesting hexagon. Now, if you remember, Jen Tryon did a lovely project over on one of her shows where she did an earbud case and she used the hexagons, and Bernie actually then made me some. I'm sure you'll find the project still there online with a zip. It makes you a lovely little pouch, and you can use these nesting hexagons for that. They're great for that. Also wonderful for just creating applique pieces, whether that is to stitch onto projects, whether that's to glue onto projects. There's a lot of stuff that can be done with those, so definitely grab them. And last but not least, the patchwork clamshells. Now, these are designed for all of your paper piecing, is what these are designed for. So if you love the idea of paper piecing, but you're really tired of having to cut and sit and cut everything out, then these are going to be a lifesaver for you. Loads and loads and loads of great deals there in the craft vault. So do make sure that you stock up on all of those. Loads of you still replying. Can't wait to see the paper show later on. It's exciting. And we've got the launch of something brand new for you as well. That rotating cutting mat, I think that has sold out and gone. Nikki saying she didn't quite get there in time. You definitely need to get there when we have the stock. Can you tell me about the letters that were behind Sara? I'll ask her about them in the next show, actually. So join us for the later launch party show, and I'll ask her to explain the letters that are behind her. I think it was a tutorial she did there. The cutting mat has now sold out and gone. It's been confirmed. Ray says, such an informative show. Thanks for all of the wonderful demos. How big are the clips? Asked Deborah. They're about that big. I know that really doesn't help, does it? I don't know. I guess they're a kind of standard quilt clip size. I would say they're probably 2.5 centimetres by 1 centimetre maybe. I think that's about the size of each one of those. But they're not like the massive ones. But the great thing is because they're small, you can put multiples of them. And then also because they're small, they're not going to get in the way, which is always good. Thank you, Sarah and Joe, to Shadaya. You're more than welcome, Shadaya. It was a pleasure to spend a couple of hours with you. We've had 5 sellouts in this show. And don't forget as well that mystery bag back in stock will be dispatched from Monday along with any other orders, any other items in that order. Right. I'm going to go and pick my bicycle up now. I just had a message saying my bike's ready. Oh, I'm going to have thighs like an Olympic rower by the end of next week. I'm really not, am I? But at least I'll be out and about doing some exercise. Whilst I do that, I'm going to grab some lunch as well. You guys get yourself ready for a great show later today. And remember, we've got shows coming up all week here on Crafters TV. So if I don't see you a little bit later, in a few hours, then hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.